What's the deal, gang? Hold on. Let me get this music settled down. All right. Any echo in the Zoom? Zoom's good?
Yeah, Zoom's good.
Awesome. Damn, we pulled up 60 pips in this hour, in this last 20 minutes. Thank you, gang, for letting me know Zoom's good. No bottom wick. All good. All right, let's do a little breakdown here. We have a daily that closed massively bearish yesterday, and then we don't have a bottom wick today. We spent the entirety of Asian and London pulling up. I honestly thought we'd come down, grab a bottom wick for London, and then start pulling up. So I figured we'd pull up for London, but after a bottom wick, we just never came down. It's just non-stop. So what do we know? What do we know, gang? We know that the market doesn't move in a straight line. It doesn't just drive up, right? And it's been driving up. So we're not looking for a rejection per se to come back down, but we are looking for a pullback off which we can drive back up, right? Because we're creating highs right now, and we're going to retest the highs after we pull back, right? So once it creates a high and it establishes a support, we're going to bounce off a support to retest these highs. That's really what we want to look at, all right? Doesn't mean we can't take sells, but it's just the buys initially looking at the market right now as we're hopping on here, or as I'm hopping on here, would seem more logical, or it would seem like they would set up faster than the sells. Now, we have some levels that we want to mark off. Perfect. Okay, for now this is our range. It's not too clean though, so I think we're gonna, as we get higher time frame closures like this hourly, this 4 hour that's gonna close, I think we'll adjust these levels. But for now, yeah, for now this is our range. It's a massive range too. This is 200 pips here. This range is 200 pips. So I think we'll be able to catch something in there. We'll split it here. We'll split that range here into a smaller piece. That's 100 piece. 100 pips a piece. Got a 30 closure coming up here. It's a strong closure, but as I said, I will not take buys unless we get a pullback. Getting a small pullback here on the 5 right now. But that 5 closes bearish, so you're probably going to look for a closure above this 2656 area if you want to continue up. So let the market pull back. If we can tap this area here at 2653.7, right, this yellow area, we almost got it. And then close back above. So if we can have a candle in the next candle looking something like this, then we will take buys. After that candle, after closing above the most recent, after bouncing off a support to continue up, having a top wick as range, having a bottom wick on the next candle, when all these things line up, this will be our position. Okay? For now, more or less obligated to wait here. Also, yeah, new monthly candle, new weekly candle. Let's see, do we have no bottom wick on the daily? Do we have any news? All right, so manufacturing PMI at 9:45, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. news. Yeah, so I think we'll definitely be here through the news just to watch that play out. Oh, more people at the Zoom door. Come on in. Come on. Come on. It's not only the daily with no bottom wick, it's the monthly, but that's a long candle, yeah. I'm not too worried about the monthly. We have one bearish month this whole year, and that was January. First month of the year came down, and then this isn't the bearish month, this is a doji candle. June was no indecision time. I mean, no decision time. No indecision. That means there was a decision. Two negatives make a positive. Theoretically. In real life, you do two things bad, you're double the asshole. Yep, so let's get off the monthly. Let's go back to our little hourly time frame. Oh. All right. What else are you guys doing? What about the previous 4 hour and current one not having 4 hour bottom wicks? Yeah, I'm fine with that because the 4 hour is almost done with. I don't think we'll come back and break those. I mean, well, not on this candle. In order to come back down and start breaking these lows, you're going to need to pull back, retest the high. Remember, we talk about U-turns. We don't just, you know, drive one way, stop, and just hit reverse on the highway. No, the market's going to have to get off the highway, make a U-turn, right? Retest the high and come down. Like the thumbnail? Yo, honestly, somebody made that thumbnail for me. I don't remember who did it. And they made it for Asian session, and all I did was just put New York on top. New York and Asian. If somebody knows how to get rid of that word Asian in the thumbnail and replace it with New York without it looking all weird, let me know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh. It's touchdown dance time. Okay, well. That's how we celebrate touchdowns in Miami. Because we don't fucking score any touchdowns. All right, gang, we just spoke about this. We just spoke about pulling back and tapping this area here, right? Getting a bottom wick to here. So if we can, like I said, pull back, grab a bottom wick and start re-breaking highs again, now that we've tapped the support, right? We're bouncing off of something. There's a top wick here. So if we start flipping on this candle, oh no, we won't start flipping on this candle. Actually, we have 10 minutes left. If in the next 10 minutes this candle starts flipping, we will look for buys. This song doesn't get enough love. The one that follows our song. This one right here. No bottom wick here on this 5. No top wick on the previous 5. Let's get interesting. This will come down and we might see a 4-hour respect of this area. But for now, chat, we're going to have a buy stop here on the break of the high. This is only for this. Only until the 4-hour close, this buy stop is valid. Hold on, let me set one. I gotta put it in my. Chat, make sure you're also accounting for spread on the buy stop, right? You don't want to get activated with spread when the market price never breaks the high. So make sure over here you're accounting. I'm accounting for 2 pips of spread, right? So my entry is 56 flat here, or my buy stop is at 56 flat right there. Now, if this 15 closes bearish, we will delete this buy stop. Closes bearish, we will delete the buy stop, and we will look to reevaluate at the 4-hour close. Could you explain why we wouldn't look for a bottom wick entry like where we are right now? Because there's no guarantee we reject off of this. We could continue driving down. It's only a 1530. You have the 4-hour here, right? So if once the 4-hour closes and starts coming down, I would rather take the 4-hour bottom wick than the 15 bottom wick, expecting another bottom wick on the 4-hour, right? So we're gonna take a buy expecting another pullback, right? So you're expecting, fuck, my bad about the music. Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna expect another pullback on the 4-hour. That's why I'm not taking a bottom wick entry here, because we can continue pulling down for the 4-hour closure, right? So if we're going to expect, and then the next 4-hour you want a bottom wick, and if that's what we want on the next 4-hour, you can, why are you taking a position right now expecting more of a pullback? Sometimes we do that before a 4-hour close because there's a chance it drives through, and over here the only way we know that is if it bounces off this area and actually drives through, flips because once it starts flipping, that's a lot of volume to not give us what we need to the next to fill the wick, right? This wick fill is roughly 8 pips. At 8 pips I would go BE here. At 9 pips, right? It'll if it flips after doing this, it'll fill this previous wick. Also kind of interesting, this is the exact level we've rejected here to head straight down. Look at that rejection, that went straight down, and then you didn't grab top wicks, just continued down. That's why I don't want to be part of this drive down unless we actually flip. Let's hope we flip. Honestly, I would rather wait on the 4 hour. I mean, if you're in buys, I hope it flips for you, but personally, I would hope this closes without flipping. I mean, if it does, we'll take it, but if it doesn't, I think that's better off for us. The 4 hour will give us, I think, more data, better info, stronger drive. Been in since 49. You in since, where did you get in? Okay, so you've been up since like 5, 6. 7:30. Buy stop still valid? Yeah, until this 15 closes. We got 4 minutes. Minutes here for the 15. I'll tell you once we activate. What we don't want is a bearish closure, because the next candle can give you that top wick and drive straight down. I want to know that we've bounced and drove without any pause. Also, if we activate, right, 2 minutes here left in the 15, but that 15 closes with no top wick, no matter where we are, we will close the position, or I will close the position immediately. If this candle flips bearish, we will delete as well. If this 5 flips bearish, we will delete this as well. Gold's been running all night. Look at this shit. This shit's been running like the shit got 3 warrants out. Straight up gold running like it has multiple warrants. It's crazy. All right, 1 minute to go here. Delete this buy stop. Doesn't look like it's flipping. Running like Russell Simmons. Weird. Flippity pippity pop. Delete, 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 delete. Yep, last 15 here are the 4 hour of the hourly candle. We will wait here. We will wait to see what the 4 hour does. We on that holy J. You know what? I haven't rolled the J yet all morning. I've been to school twice today, chat. Because my kids go into school at different times. One goes in at 7:30, the other one at 8:30, so I've been to school twice. That's more trips to school than some of you guys took your whole life. Some of you have only taken one trip to school your whole life. Little guy woke up with strep throat. That's the worst. Yeah, I finished my school project. I finished my Spanish project. I was up all weekend doing my Spanish project. In my projects. Remember that song? That song. That song. The dong, the dong, dong, dong. In my projects. My project stick. What breakfast you ate today? I'm making it right now. Breakfast of Champions right here. I don't know if you guys ever tried this. It's called Wheaties. I'm gonna be on a box of Wheaties. Like a champ. Like a true MVP. Not your Wheaties. Wheaties. Blunts and coffee for you? Oh man, you're gonna be in the shitter for the next 4 hours. You smoke a cigarette to chase that down, you're done for the day. Like, do an experiment. Do an experiment. Take a pull of a cigarette. Take a sip of coffee. And then count the seconds that it takes for you to want to go take a shit. It's like... I think that's a common theme amongst people that smoke cigarettes in the morning, right? Yo, what is going on here? Fucked up on this roll. I'm paying attention here. I never fuck up on a roll. I'm like Ali G with this shit. I'm surgical with that bitch. That's crazy. I'm like Denzel in Training Day when it comes to rolling this shit. I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. It's your last paper too. How the fuck did you know? It is my last paper. So we're gonna have to make it work right now. Oh man, yeah, we got it. All right, let's bring back the tray. Let's bring back the raw papers. Let's get all this shit off the desk. Why not rip a bong hit? I like the process of just sitting there and enjoying my joint. Like, I'm not about to and get knocked out. No, just like to chill. I told you guys seen the bong I got for my birthday? It's pretty lit. It's a big ass dragon over there. Buy stop still valid? No, but oh wait, buy stop. This is gone. We don't have this here right now. This buy stop is not there. I'm gonna need a closure above that area, right? If it decides to rip right now, let it rip. I'm gonna need a closure above here. And at this point, with 9 minutes left in the hourly and the 4 hour, I'm gonna need a closure on the 4 hour here in 9 minutes. Show it? I showed it to you guys. It's pretty dope. I showed it to you guys before. It's pretty dope, no? Very nice. It's not bong YouTube, that's a glass sculpture. So hard to clean it. Yeah, I don't fuck with it. It's just there for looks. Anyway, we got 8 minutes here for this 4 hour closure. You know what time it is, chat. You know what time it is. Stop playing like I'm smoking this shit inside. Oh my god, it is beautiful outside. You guys should join me. Chat, let's all get up, go out. We have 8 minutes. Everybody can get up, go outside, and get some sun for a second. It'll do you good. If you can't go outside because you're like locked up or something, just look outside. Go touch some grass. If you live in the city, go touch some concrete. Concrete jungles where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't smoke when you're with Wix 9. I used to hate mornings, chat. I was never a morning person until like the last 10 years. My whole childhood, I hated more like up until like 25. I hated the daytime. I used to be like a night owl. All right. But then I found out vampires were real, so now I just stay in at night. No, I don't know. Mornings became amazing. I think since I started trading, I've started to enjoy mornings for the last like 7-8 years, for sure. Take it to the head. Take it to the head. Oh, you take it like a bitch. Perfect. Got that little pre-morning workout. Just did 10 reps with the lungs.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
I wish you guys could activate that. You guys should be able to activate sound. But then it would be crazy. Like I'd be trying to explain something and then it would be like, the smoke got me. You can do that at Twitch, right? I think on Twitch you can do that. Watching you from jail, I'm locked up. Yo, man. At least you're getting that education in jail, right? At least you're getting, you know, that higher education. Live in Australia, no sun there. Just go touch some grass. My dog got a sunburn. 4 minutes on this 4 hour. Okay, so here's the deal. We're closing, respecting. There's a chance this candle, the next 4 hour, is a bearish 4 hour. But for that bearish 4 hour to play out, it's going to need to grab orders, right? So if it does come down, it's going to need to create this top wick here before doing that, right? So if it comes up, great. We'll have buys and we'll look for it to continue up. But if it comes down, we will look to play the wick itself, right? This wick. And if we open up coming down first, we will look with no top wick. We will look for an entry somewhere off a level that we've driven up from before, like right here. See that level that runs across? Boom, driven up, driven up. So we will look for a wick roughly to that area, right? Somewhere to here. That's 2651.2.3 area. And if we could get that to begin the next 4 hour, we will look for that entry there off the bottom wick. And the good thing about that is we are driving down now. So initially to close out the 4 hour, right? So ideally the momentum stays bearish to open up the 4 hour so we could get that bottom wick, right? So we can get that bottom wick and then continue up. Minutes here. If this freaking 4 hour, I don't know if the 4 hour, the 2 hour is about to flip. This is a 2 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour is pretty bullish here, but we wanted a closure pretty way further above there. $650.8. Yeah, it really depends how high up we close. But lock in. We might have positions real soon here. Oh, people at the Zoom door. Come on in. Be amazing if this closes no bottom wick on the 30. Jeez, that is a strong pullback. So I was looking at 50.2 as a bottom wick here, but it looks like this area right here, but it looks like it's smashing back through there. 10 seconds here, chat. 26495, 26494. All right, we just opened up. Come on, a little bit more. 650. I'm gonna take a buy right here. I think we have a chance. I just took a buy. We have a chance to flip here. Kind of held for a second. I'm expecting a top wick to be made here. 51.2 is my entry, so a bit better than this. And if it comes down to 49 without making a top wick, we will look at 49 for entry. But it was a strong bullish 4-hour candle. I know we closed bearish, which gives us that initial bearish momentum. But I would like to make a top wick before the 4-hour decides what to do. Yeah, around 49 flat, I think, pineapple. This is based mostly on the higher time frame, as the 15 and the 30 have closed bearish back in range here. I didn't close anything, still in positions here. So about 6-7 pips. We flipped, didn't really, that's not really a top wick, that's minor here. I'm still gonna expect to create a steeper top wick here at some point. Let's tap this lovely area off the rip. A lot of bearish momentum to close out the hourly. So if you're taking the trade that while it's coming down against you, remember you could see some drawdown, risk accordingly. And the 4-hour was pretty steep 4-hour, right? So you might see a heavy pullback, but I'm expecting some kind of fill of the range here. Partial, full, but some kind. When BE got slipped 5 or 6 pips, I only saw about 5 or 6 pips. I didn't see anything more. Maybe if we had a better entry on the off the bottom wick, but it just started, right? It just went bloop, bloop, down, up. It was massive ranges, and so it really moved very tiny in relation to the range. I think it gave it a chance to come up, and it didn't, so it's going to have to make a steeper bottom wick. It might not, right? We still have probability wise we're ahead. It's just we'll see how steep this bottom wick is, and it might be heavy steep. It will make a steep bottom wick for real. Well, hopefully it makes it after we get our position. If it does it before, then we look for pineapples. Yeah, we closed bearish on the 5, so I think we'll come down a bit further. You're going to need to see 5 bullish closure, then another bullish closure. Got a bottom wick for the previous hourly candle, right? Previous hourly didn't have a bottom wick, you just created one for it. So you've grabbed orders below it. Still looking at pineapple 49? No, I would probably look at a pineapple here at around 45 area, because if it comes down I think it'll drop heavy. I don't think we'll stop at 49. Who are the two people in the camera? Just people in the Zoom. There's a lot of people in the Zoom. There's like 30 people. There's 28 people in the Zoom. Just making a wick for the previous house. Still in trades. Yeah, we are in a trade right now. We actually just recently opened. Off the 15, 47.9 area, maybe. Possible. $47 flat, maybe possible. Alright, gang, I'm going to take another buy right here. 48 flat. As we're coming close to this area. So you might see a reaction here. You might see a reaction down here at 44. And if we start blowing past all of these levels, I'll close on closures. Probably below 40 if we start getting closures below there. All right, closing full here. Perfect. Oh, we didn't post our second position. Sorry, I said I took it right here at 38, at 48, but just closed full. Congrats, everybody. Another W. So we closed the first positions next to our break even, and well, basically at break even. We closed the first position. Let me look. Let's go to the signal channel. That came out to, so 11, $13 pips. 13 pip W. Nav Mahmood L. We just got a 13 pip W. 680 people here got scammed for 13 plus pips. One person, L. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Did it make sense not to live for fun? Your brain gets smart, your head gets dumb. How much? This is exactly what we just spoke about, right? We literally said, all right, we break through, next support, pineapple 47 and 45. Congratulations.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Yes, sir. We didn't even need to practice, yo. We just went straight into it.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
Straight up. Damn. We on point, straight like to the T, yo. We got this. Second entries are life. Yes. Well-deserved joint. Stop scamming people for profits. All right. We're gonna have more positions here, chat. Chat's like, all right. Where? I don't see him, Wix. Where? We have news coming up here in a half hour. Yeah, drop a like and sub to the channel if you enjoyed that trade, if you got a dub with us. 9:30 positions are tricky with new. You'll still see 9:30 volume. It just might come in at around news time. What? Tell me, I don't see. W. Great management. Great management. Awesome. You're holding, Drizza? Okay, so here's what I would say. I think probability-wise, Drizzy, you're still ahead. With the entry there and with the pineapples, you're probably somewhere around break even right now if you took our pineapples. Right? And this is the time where you can make a decision. Do you want to sit through some of the drawdown? Because like I said, probability wise, you're still ahead. Like higher time frame wise, look at this 4 hour. You are likelier to flip than you are likelier to come down first. Right, so I can't fault you for still being in there. But if you look on the smaller time frame, oh, you finally have a 5 bullish closure, right? But that was a 15 bearish closure. So you are likelier to fill this wick before you're likelier to flip, right? So now you're looking at the workflow of things and how they have to happen. Trades taken. Oh, this is from yesterday. Trades taken are from yesterday. Sorry. That's win number 232. Back to reality. Oh, there goes Rabbit. Already took profit, so it's house money. Shit. You good. Let that shit rock. I swear, like 3-4 years from now, like there's gonna be like 1,000 people teaching wick entries and pineapples. Like it's gonna be an industry standard in 2 to 3 years, I think. Yeah, in Spanish, I think a lot of people are starting to do this like in other language, or they've been doing it in other languages, but it's getting more popular, right? Trade stay. Oh, it's buys. I'm sorry, it wasn't sells, it was buys. You're right. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're not left. Bro, there's some Egyptian guy called Mateus. He streamed. Oh, that's our dude. He used to be on the right next to Kenny and Nick over there. Right above All City, he would show up. He used to be on these streams all the time. And then he left. Like, that's Mateus. Yeah, you guys remember him. Mateus. Yeah, he was here for like a half a year, something like that, and then I think he went on to do his own thing, which is dope. When you say gold is technical, does that work in other pairs? I mean, I honestly found it that my best results are on gold, right? Because here's the thing. If you're right, gold will pay you, right? It moves very well. But if you're wrong, gold can be very unforgiving. We missed the Donna Wicks combo. Yeah, I missed those vibes too. So there's your flip incoming. Lives in Omar too. He smokes one of those 1800 pips. He was in Asian a lot. Yeah, he was in Asian session a lot. Mateus. I trade Nas US30 and YesX the same. I trade the exact same setup. See, so there you go. People, technical pairs, they trade, but you got to be aware of the fundamentals going on, and you want to stay out of unless you know how to trade the news, you know, for NAS and US30. I don't know how news, well, how NAS and US30 react to news. I never paid attention to that. I've strictly, honestly, made gold my bread and butter, and like, you really don't need more than that. Like, I've said this for a long time. It's up to you how difficult or how simple you want to make this. And in order for you to rinse and repeat daily, right? In order for you to have enough motivation to show up and do it over and over and over, it's got to be simple enough where it doesn't demotivate you to, like, right, to show up. It's going to disincentivize you if it becomes too difficult, right? And the incentive here is that it's simple enough to, you know, rinse and repeat day in and day out for a long time. I was playing for God's blessing over the both of you. Can't wait for Dom to return. Well, then you got to bring more subs here. We need to get to 100k subs. Once you know how a pair lives, breathes, and sleeps, you see things much differently. Yes, most traders mess up by viewing too many different pairs. You stick to one. All you need, one pair, one session, and historically for gold, 8 to 10 a.m. is where the volume is at, right? That's where you get paid. That's where your highest probability to get paid is historically. Not every day, but for the majority of the days throughout the year, the 8 to 10 a.m. you know, window. So your job here is to really pay attention to two candles. These two candles that are playing out right now. This candle and this candle. This is your session, these two candles. You're the relationship between these two candles. You show up 8 to 10 every single morning. There's a limited amount of time of ways this candle can close. There's only so many ways that this candle can set up. And if you be here if you watch it for a half a year, 2 years, you'll realize that you've seen every single possible way that this can close. And there's only a certain amount of ways that this can open in relation to this closure, right? And those things will stick in your head after a year or 2 years of watching it close a certain way and then watching the candle open a certain way. You'd start to play on the relationship between these two candles and how they react. That is the key, right? Figure out the relationship between the 8 a.m. and the 9 a.m. candle, and you'll have a much simpler time here. Forget all of this noise. Miss your Asian, miss you late at night. Yeah. I think Javier's doing a very good job. Market mechanic right there in the chat. Let's get him some subs. Go sub to that channel. He streams Asian. I know his mic's a little low, so guys are complaining about, but I think if he fixes his mic or makes it a little bit louder, I think he'll have an easier time getting more viewers. Turn up the mic. Yeah, I think there's dead air, right? You don't want dead air, right? You don't want just quiet during a stream. So turn up the mic, and as long as there's conversation and discussion all the time, then I think the viewers will go up there. Because the value and the knowledge behind his trades is there, right? I've seen him trade. Like, it's the value is there. You guys can pick up on stuff. $15 closes bullish. New 30 makes a bottom wick. We enter on the flip. What do you think? I'm gonna wait here on the news to play out. The 4 hours already played out the advantage point, right? The flip. Flipped on this 4 hour. It looks like it's gonna drive, fill the wick, right? I'm waiting on the news. Like, there probably, maybe if we didn't have positions for the 4 hour and we saw the flip happening here, I'd probably enter, but no, I'm lying. I wouldn't. I'm lying. I would not enter here just because of the news coming up. That's a lovely flip. The 4 hour should push. 9:30 is coming up here, right? NYC Open, they'll give it volume. But we already have our W. I think we'll be better off if we now, right? We're already winners for the day. Now, while the 4 hour is still below resistance, we haven't closed above yet, right? On a smaller time frame, it's only a flip. Higher time frame flip, but that was your advantage point, the flip. This can make that top wick and drive straight down too. Remember, the 15 doesn't have a bottom wick on the current candle, and the previous one has a bottom wick to fill, so there's range to come down a bit. Right? Hi, beautiful. How are you? You feel better? No? You feel lousy? Nobody feels lousy in this house. I know you feel great. You want to smile? I knew it. You show your finger and you smile. Don't laugh. Alright. Give me a kiss. Take your sister's iPad. And go play for now. You gotta do I ready? Then go do I ready. I think it's in her room. Or it's in the kitchen. I think it's in the kitchen by where the chargers are. Go in the kitchen. Yeah, she's got pneumonia. So she's home for now. Antibiotics. That's Wix 12. She's got pneumonia. Is she doing better? Yeah, that was her. That's the one that's sick. The other ones are all in school. Let's print some Hello Kitty. Yo, I don't know where it is. I already printed it for her. Hey, your Hello Kitty is now Goodbye Kitty. I can't find it. You want Goodbye Kitty? Okay, well, she's gone. Can't find it. I'm gonna turn that shit all the way up tonight. Yeah. Trust me, bro. When people hear you, they show up. When they show up and they can't hear you, there's no incentive for them to stay. Took the 4 hour flip, W profits. Yay, W. Eddie's still holding? Kenny's still holding, damn. Javier really rubbing off on all of you. Just leave a runner. That's why you always leave a runner. Use a 10 red folder. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on, Panda. We're waiting on the news here in 30 minutes. NYC Open coming up here 1 minute. Be careful with this 30. First of all, be careful with the closing below. Make sure you have no risk on the table, and be careful with the closure, the actual closure, and not having a top wick. There's a if it doesn't have a top wick, like it could just drive straight up with no bottom wick, or it could drive straight down. Your position, the probability of the drive up goes down once this closes with no top wick. Haven't traded too much the past week? Yeah, because I haven't seen any swings set up. It didn't look like yesterday was gonna happen, right? Because like we've been driving up all night, right? And all evening, right? So since the daily opened. And I think if I were you, I would probably be looking for a pullback here down to like 30 areas, right? Somewhere here before 26.32. Am I right? Were you looking for a pullback, or are you just waiting for sells? What are you looking for? Couldn't we use the Wickfield strap for the monthly time frame swing? You can. Here, I'll show you. You can use it. The problem is, look at the range on the monthly. Look at the previous monthly top wick. Not last month, the month before that. So you've never grabbed the bottom wick here, and that level is at 25.30. I don't think I want to sit here for 300-400 pip drawdown to get there. I'll wait for it to get there, and once it forms a support of this area, then I can look for swings. But we didn't grab any bottom wicks, right? If this monthly came straight down, maybe you could look on the 4 hour, right, and say, all right, there's a strong level right there on the 4 hour before we get all the way down there. Can we look for a buy here? But the issue is you've started this month with no bottom wick and straight up, so there's no advantage there, no advantage point. If the monthly came straight down, we would say, all right, at some point this month it's gonna freaking flip. Let's wait for a support. This way we'll play as much of that flip as we can. How did the 30 close? Wow. So 30 closed no top wick, right? What did we just say? There's a chance it comes straight down. But it's NYC open. You already grabbed these orders. Maybe it comes down, comes up, fills the range up here. It's just the probability of it driving straight up went down with that closure. And that's a leg candle also, right? You have a bit steeper wick, or you have a bigger wick than the body and no top wick. So that's a leg candle. We wouldn't trade this. Chance this could flip and come back down. It can do a lot of things here. There's no edge for us here. The only edge we have is the actual closure, and understanding that that closure means there's not much range to go. That doesn't mean it will reject. It just, based on that closure, probability of a continued drive up goes down. NYC open here. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Holy smoke. Oh, just NYC open. Volume. Sheesh. Holy smoke. No, holy smoke is outside. We had holy smoke already. We had that right before the 9 a.m. Call me Wicks Saint Joint. Kenny getting that weed in. You getting these runners in. Kenny's eating. W. You guys are W's. Who else fucking held our... Yo, our pineapples. Dog. Our pineapples were right here. Damn. But our positions were over a half hour ago, so completely different positions here. Yeah, weekly. What's really messing with your psychology? What's messing with your psychology? This 5's gonna fill the wick, huh? Oh, there's not much room. How much room is there here? 7 pips. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna wait for news. We're gonna wait for news. Red folders, we will trade the news. Gonna have buy stops on all-time highs? No. No. If we tap all-time highs, reject, and then re-break them, so if we get something like this, right? If we, whoops, sorry, wrong color. Right, so if we can pull up here, and then break down, and then re-break the highs, that's when I'll take it. Right now, as we're driving, I'm not going to have a buy stop here. But if all of this happens and then we start re-breaking it, I will have a buy stop right here as we break, expecting this to pump another 100 pips, 200 pips. But, we have news coming up, and we will trade news like we always trade news. We will drop down for the first 5 minutes after the news drops. So at 10 we have news. From 10 to 10:05 we will drop down to the 1 minute time frame. We will look for a push in either direction. We will look at the news after that, right? We will look at Forex Factory. We will see if it falls in line, right? If the numbers that get released are going to fall in line with the news push, and ideally the re-break of that news push will be our position. The re-break of the high or the low. But we will not have buy stops, sell stops. We will trade it off the 1 minute, the re-break of the highs or lows that it's going to make off that news push. Everything that's happening right now is just noise for me, right? I'm not trading anything from now till 10 a.m. We already have our W. We have our W on these buys, right? Anything we enter right now would be settling for a position because the optimal entries were down here where we had them. Now we're mid-candle. Bro, you never checked if the news are aligned? Of course I did. Every time. It doesn't always have to align. Like, it makes more sense to even trade against news depending on how numbers come out. And we've had news come out bullish, and we've had sells. That's happened plenty of times. It just, if it falls in line, it'll provide extra confidence and it may be a better entry. Right? A lot of you get FOMO in this. Don't. Let these ranges be created. Let them be filled, right? As you're driving, there's a lot of rejection areas, right? But once it creates that range, just play the range fill. Not every time, but let it create the range. Also, don't get FOMO and enter mid candle, and then all of a sudden you enter here and it pulls back on you. Wait for it to create that range. Wait for it to grab some orders, take the drive. Don, enter a trade. Hey, if you're in Don's signals or in Don's MAM and you see the positions open, don't call him out here. Just want to say thank you. You changed the way I trade, no glazing. Yeah, Gene, for sure. I mean, you changed it. You're the one that shows up every day. I'm just giving out what I know, right? For you to have, right? For you to have any kind of change, it starts with the man in the mirror, right? I'm new here and still trying to understand how you trade. Well, that's because you're new here. You got to show up here for about 3 to 4 months at a time. Do you even have the slightest idea of how much you changed my life? No clue, but I hope it's for the better. No clue. I mean, people send me messages time to time, you know, but the best message I've ever gotten, like the best thank you I've ever gotten was somebody sent me a picture of their new rims for their Rolls Royce. That's why I mentioned it before in like a stream. And he was like, yo, thank you. You helped me pay for this. I was like, for the Rolls Royce? He's like, nah, for the rims. Is that somebody in here? Is that anybody in here? That's still good though, right? The Rolls Royce rims are expensive. It's like, thanks, you helped me get these. I was like, damn, a Rolls Royce? I didn't help me get this yet. He's like, nah, the rims. Because you can tell, right? There's people here, because I'm sure there's people here that trade with way more capital than I do, right? So if you're taking these same positions but with way more capital, I can see that. I can see how that would help you. Gang, if you need to go to the bathroom, if you want to go roll a joint, if you want to go smoke a cigarette, make some coffee, do it now. You have 18 minutes before the news drops here, and we're not gonna, I promise you, I'm not gonna take a trade before the news. So I'm telling you, I'm not gonna take a trade without you for the next 18 minutes. Go do what you gotta do, and be here like a few minutes before 9, before 10. Do you think there's guys in a big company just always in streams and copy? I'm sure there's people that show up here just to copy. There's people right now playing Fortnite or, you know, Roblox that are just waiting for, all right, taking a buy here, taking a sell here. There's people that are literally sleeping right now in their bed with their eyes closed and a headphone in who are just waiting for the words. All right, gang, I'm going to have a position here. And then they're like, how many of you are in bed right now with the phone on the pillow next to you? Bed mode. Swinging line with a J. It is I. I'm in math class right near the back. Oh, right now at the back. 3 p.m. UK, get your ass out of bed. Straight up. Unless you're on the East Coast, or unless you're anywhere in the US, right? Because even on the West Coast, it's like 6 a.m. My mom's watching you in bed right now. Hey, Zen's mom has got it going on. She's all I want and waiting for so long. I'm actually at work with my earphones waiting on the magic word. Jogging. It's 14:43 in the UK. It's almost 3 p.m. Mark Popovich. Hey, Pop's in the house. G for lunch. I didn't like Stifler's mom. I didn't think she was hot. Nadia was way hotter than Stifler's mom. Ooh, this is flipping here, right? Look. Oh. No, it didn't. I thought the 5 was gonna flip. It closed. It didn't. Flippity bippity bop. Yeah, you might see a tap of this area. and a rejection. Because look at these wicks. Look what's happened here so far. You've made, oops, you kind of have your structure changing, because higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So far lower high, you break these lows, you're heading down, making another lower low. Nadia, I call my gun Nadia, because when she say Hadia, it's Badia. We should play Guess That Song. Never give this guy the mic again. You ever thought I would be becoming a ghostwriter? Nah, yo. Nah, I'm the star of the show. No ghostwriting. FABOLOUS. $26.70. What about it? Bars. True. Except for that guy that's watching from jail. Bars for him too. You got bars, he got bars. Y'all ain't never meeting. The settlement check hit Wix. What's up with the business situation? I don't know. You got an idea? What's up? You tell me. Word, locked up. His hair's locked up. No locked doors. I'm an Aztec warrior. Ah! I'm an Aztec warrior. I'm an Aztec warrior. I gotta get on board with Friday. Sends mom here. We appreciate your dedication. Love from W Ida. That's crazy. The family connection. That's so dope. No more locked doors. Friday after, no, that was next Friday. That wasn't Friday after next. That was next Friday. Bought a 1973 Mr. Softy truck. Between my profits, cutting grass and washing cars. Am I right? Hey, putting in work. Lovely push, no top wick again. blast off here. Four minutes. Oh no, what am I saying? 9 minutes. 9 minutes for the hourly closure. Even numbers on PMI, price action, price actioning. We're looking for PMI and jolts. Really jolts here, I think. Versace, man. You can't even spell Versace. F-O Sachi. No, Leroy, I'm bilingual. I forgot about that. Yo, that movie is goated. You know Baby D? You don't know Baby D. She know all them year 2000 snacks. Pips. Trizza said, I want to be a millionaire so freaking bad. 200 pips. It's W. Six minutes, gang. Give me a sec. Auntie Sugar. The fuck caused this move in orange folder? I don't know. No clue. But we have a red folder coming up. 6 minutes. Chat. Be back here in 5 minutes. You guys need to be back here within the next 5 minutes. I'm gonna go take a few pulls. Right? Trying to supercharge the high. Where's my lighter? Quiero marijuana y fuego. Oh shit, the neighbor's cat is here. Chat, we got a guest appearance today. You want to say hi? No? Say hi. No? Say hi. Here. No, don't jump. This is chat. This is the neighbor's cat. He was just sitting outside my door just meowing. You want to go? Looks like he wants to go. I got you. I got you. I'm bringing you outside. Stop panicking. Say something. Say something. Meow. Meow. Where's Kitty? That's cool. Deer running. Yo, what you doing out here, man? Squirrels are gone, no mangoes. Go. And don't touch my wheat. Come here. Yo, I don't know why it's so cold in my office. Oh, the AC. Hold on. Yo, it's like winter in the office. Fucking icebox. Imagine the cat really says something. Yeah, like the donkey in Shrek. Nah, he talks. Say something. I can fly. I can fly. Iran's preparing to launch. What are they launching? Camels? That movie reminds me of my oldest nephew. Miss you, little aunt. True. You want to know what that smelled like? All right, so buy limit? No, but the way it's been moving, we can have a sell. So this, I'm not taking this as a position. This is something I'll be sample sizing the way that we're moving. You can have a sell limit at this area, right? And your stop would be here. This is something we'll sample size, right? So this gives you a 30 pip stop for roughly 180 pips. That's if the news push pumps up, like off the rip, bang, straight up. That's where you would see a rejection, which you might continue up, but you would initially want to see a rejection. So I'm not taking that position here. This is something I'm sample sizing for the end of the year. What we will do is we will drop down to the one. Hold on, let's get Forex Factory up in here. 20 seconds for the news. We really want these two red folders to fall in line. 15 seconds. Drop down. We're on the one here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happens. All right, bearish push. Chat, I'm gonna take a. I want to see a rebreak. Buy right here. There we go. We rebroke the high that it just made. So I just took a buy right as it rebroke its own high. We are in. Bounced off a support. I would expect a push. Oh, we saw it. I saw about 9 pips. I saw 9 pips. I need a rebreak of the high, not the low. Let's try it a few times. Really want the rebreak of the high, not the low here, based on how we just bounced off of support. How did the news come out? The buys make a lot more sense. Ooh, the news came out mixed. That's why it's kind of struggling. News came out mixed. You got a bullish close on that one. Looking for a rebreak of the high to go break even. A rebreak of the current candle high. Once we rebreak the high, I will go break even. Close. It got really close there. And my spread's at 5. My spread just jumped a lot, so you might see volume here. Yeah, my spread just jumped a lot. 6, 8. My prices are. Mixed news. Mixed news. You might see a pullback. But on mixed news, I will say it's typically more price action. In this case, price action did its thing. Look at that bounce off that support and a rebreak at a high. So price did do its thing. Waiting on this 5-minute closure. Chat, I'm going to take another buy right here. I just took another buy. Really expecting the next 5 to make a top wick. Seconds for the 5 to close. Can we get a top wick on the 5? Yeah, we got a top wick on the 5 here. Okay, what we will do is if this 5 starts re-breaking the low, I might close out all my positions and take sells immediately to fill the 5 wick. All right, so we'll see how this plays. Be ready. Oh wow, that came up. Yeah, this might flip bearish. That was a quick push up. I had a chance to close it. That was too quick. Chat, I'm gonna take sells here. I closed everything, and I'm gonna take sells here, and I'm gonna take a couple of sells here. The 5 closed bearish, created a top wick, and then flipped and rebroke its lows. So I closed those positions, and I just took a sell. Close this out, close this out. 5 reflipped, and I took a sell here on the bearish flip of the 5. I took 4 positions here, and I'm closing them. I just closed them. Quick news news push, and I don't think I've made what I was supposed to on my initial entry. So I'll tell you right now. My buys came out to, yeah, because this pulled back and it took me out at break even. I closed right here as we tapped this area, and I took 4 positions. So I closed, and then I closed here, and I closed here, and then it pulled back quickly. So let's count it up. 9 pip loss, 6 pip loss. Oh, wait, sorry. Let's count it up. A 30 pip loss and a 15 pip loss, and then a 12 pip gain and a 4 pip gain. So I'm down roughly 30 pips on there. Gambling stream? Nope, it's just news. Just news. Once again, they're playing out much faster. The candles are playing out, price points are playing out much faster because of news. So that's why I'm like, all right, close here, buy here, close here, because that's just what it makes sense. That's just what makes sense on a smaller time frame. Yeah, I came out to roughly minus 30. If I closed them all here at the same time, we would have been in profit by about 6 pips. But it just moved too quick. By the time I press close, only 1 position, and 2 position, 3 and 4. And that's also part of our new strategy. Where we say once the 5 closes, and that was the big reason, the 5 closed bearish here. So once this top wick came up, I gave it a chance to bring us up here. It didn't. Once it started flipping, I closed our buys and took the sells. News not straight. News is mixed. But our position was the rebreak of the highs here once we got a bottom wick, and then once the 5 closed, we closed that, and our position was a bearish flip, and it hasn't driven in either direction, probably because the news is mixed. So if this is the first time you're trading news with us, so technically you're B for the day. No, I'm down for the day now. I'm technically down like 12, 13 pips for the day. I'm down 33 pips for for the day, 33. I think combined between those the news trade, I don't even know what to put that because that was a news trade. Was that buys or sells? I'm just gonna put news here on session trades, and I'm gonna put news minus 46 total between two positions and 13. So yeah, I'm down 33 pips. But I'm not done trading. And the winning streak ends. Well, we spent the entire month of September winning. It's okay. At this point, it's more of price action now that the news is going to settle down here. Maybe another 10 minutes. More bad news than good news. So more bullish power, I guess, than bearish power. But for now, wasn't the news rebreak I expected. If I tell Don I'm down 33 pips for the day, he's gonna be like, you're basically break even. What the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, I just did the math between all the trades and the stacked positions on the sells. It came out to a total of minus 46 between 8 positions. Well, the neighbor's kitty didn't help. Avoided the first two positions, took the sells. The buys made a lot of sense here. We made a high after we flipped, and then it rebroke that high. It's indecision. Look, the news really hasn't gone anywhere. We've just printed side by side. Usually you would see a drive for news. This is our news right here. We have not gone anywhere. We played buys up here and we played sells right here. Negative pip hater shot. We went undefeated and we didn't have a single losing day in the month of September. We did have a loss on September 17th, I think, or 18th, but we still ended that day like 40 pips in profit. It's okay. The thing is, you guys get so used to winning, right? Because we win a lot, a large number of times, like 89, 85, 90%. So if you're taking 9 out of 10 trades or winners, like, yeah, people don't get used to losers. They're like, wait, you lost? I just played the news candle, yeah. So news, we had initial push down. So sell stops on the low. Took its time, but can't. And yes and no, because that's not really the same position after you held the support a few times. I wouldn't look for a rebreak of the lows. Like I said, I was only, once the 5 closes, remember, first 5 minutes, we're on the 1 minute for the rebreak of the lows. Once the 5 closes, you're looking for the 5 flip. The 5 flip, tap the support. I closed it here, and then I went break even, and I started closing out positions, but it pulled back really fast, like in a split second, where all my 10 pip closures, there was 4 of them. It came out to like 7, 4, break even, right? Should have been 4, 10 pip. You done for the day? No, I'm still, there's news volume here. But I'm not going to look for a swing. I'm not going to look to make 30 pips right now. I'm literally going to look for for my 10 pips. I do need a closure. A winning day, yeah. Just win. Show up and win. All right, what else we have? It's creating structure at 5 minutes. Do you think it has potential to fill the range down? Of course it has potential to fill the range down. Lower highs, lower lows. Structure, change of structure. Higher time frame structure, not really. Well, not yet, but you're in a range. When you lose big. Negative TE. I don't know what negative T. Oh, RR. All right, what about the 60 wins that we had in the month of September or so? Or how many, can somebody count? Did we start September at like 170 wins or 180 wins? I think we had like 50 or 60 wins and 1 loss in September. What you talk about, Willis? Sorry, I'm looking at how much I made last month. Dude. Can I block that? Actually, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. How much percent do you make on average based on your capital? So last month was a 13% month for me. It wasn't the best. We had a 40% month in April. Last month was roughly 13% for me. Actually, fuck it. The month of September was pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. That accounts for the broker situation? Yeah, that's 13. That's about 3.5% also that they gave me back. They gave me 38.7. You got to think on $1 million, that's almost 20K a month. Bro, your math ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin', bro. I'm waiting on a closure. I want to see if we respect this area or we close below, and then I want to see how the next candle opens. The math. I believe those who gain above 50% a month, then sure they gambling as they didn't follow risk management. No, well, I don't know. April was just the beginning of quarter 2, and all positions were run. I had like 8 runners in April. Like all our positions. If you look at the clubhouse, it was just everyone in April was eating. We were just runner after runner. Every other position was just running. Those who traded in the clubhouse in April, they caught a lot of that. I think Hank was there. Market Mechanic was there. Yeah, April was a massive month. Yeah, Hank was there for sure. Five closed, 5 more minutes till the 30 closes. Chill. MacBook on the 13%, almost did. No, not 200. 148. That's my month. 148 was September. Three minutes for this 30. I'm gonna be here probably, I want to say 11 the latest. 11:15 maybe if we get an hourly closure. April was crazy, took my strategy to a whole other phase. Yeah, we had a wild April. That really, I think in March, I was like, get ready to supercharge your accounts in Q2. And then April just did exactly that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a retest of these highs here. A retest of the high. And maybe a bearish flip on the next 30. Because the market's got to come back up, retest highs to make a decision. That's what I'm waiting for right now. So I want to see if we drive up and break through the highs, or we respect them and come back down. Made like 4,000 pips in April alone. Yeah, April was like, it was a few thousand pips. But it helps you learn market cycles, right? Not the entire year is like that. We've seen volume come in heavy. We've seen volume come in late. We've seen volume come in early. Like different market cycles, you'll catch different parts of the market, different parts of the move. It's a good learning experience, not when you just sit through April, but when you sit through the whole year and see how the market cycles change and switch up, and the volume coming in at different times, right? And ranges being different sizes throughout the year. It's an incredible experience if you can live through the whole year and notice the changes in volume throughout the year. The hourly flip? No, I wouldn't. Well, not right now. No, it closed that resistance here too. Right, the 30 is going to close bearish here at resistance. $15 is going to close no top wick, also bearish. Need a top wick. This isn't enough. If we can get a steeper top wick, maybe at least 6.8 to retest this high here, the closure of this high, and flip bearish, that's what I will look for. But I need to retest this area and then flip bearish. I'm gonna need a bearish flip, which means it'll give the hourly a chance to flip and not drive. If the hourly can flip bullish, not drive, we will take the break of the 30 low. If it just continues down here, as I said, I'm going to wait till the hourly closes, probably 11:15, to see if we can then open up with a top wick. But that's not a wick. That's enough for me to say, all right, we've attempted to drive up. A wick up to here flips the hourly bullish. And then if it comes back down, then you're like, all right, we flipped the hourly bullish. We gave it a chance to drive it. Then now the rebreak of the lows will start filling the wicks till the next support. We don't have that top wick yet. Give it a chance to drive up. Let it fail. Any trades taken today? Yeah, right there. News positions down 46 pips, and we had buys before that for 13. News loss, yeah, because we had buys on the rebreak of the highs, and then we closed them out at like minus 30 and like minus 15 and minus 16. There were two positions, and then we took sells on the 5 bearish closure, and we got 10 pips on that, 13 pips on that. Give it a chance. Let this market flip bullish, or let this candle flip bullish, right? The 15, and create a top wick for the 30. If you're looking for the hourly rebreak of the highs here, you can. I'm not looking for it because we're still below resistance. If we close above resistance, I would look for that break of the highs, right? If resistance was here, if this is, and we close like this, all right, yeah, I'm looking for the break of the highs, but we didn't. We closed respecting it. Remember, I'm also not looking to make 30 or 40 pips on the next trade. I'm looking to play it range to range. As far as buys go, yeah, I don't think we'll see buys unless the hourly closes here, and the first thing we do on the next hourly is come down, right? Because at that point, if we're coming down, we close here, right? Even though it's bearish in the hourly, the first thing it does is creates a bottom wick. We wait for support. We go to the higher time frame. The 2-hour will close bullish here with an expectation to fill that wick, right? Which is what we say on the smaller time frame, a retest of the highs to make a decision. So that's at that point, that's what we will play, that drive up, even if the hourly closes bearish. Structure on the low, the structure on the higher time frame is very bullish. 2, 4, we're bullish. I don't trade US 30, but there's plenty of people in here that do. Javier, you gonna stream after the session? Noon? There's no more red folders. See yellow folders. Speech. There's a whole bunch of speeches, but should be relevant to us. What about English I have written? And you continue. That's a bad English. Go to your cage. You guys are sadistic. I like it. Whip him. Whip him now. I... Looking for us to come back up, re-break the highs of this current candle. If we don't, the next candle hopefully does that. If it comes straight down, we will look for buys. Maybe like 11:15, probably the latest that we'll hear. Probably another 45 minutes to see if we can set up in the beginning of the next hourly candle if it doesn't come back up here and re-break the highs. You working? What do you do? I mean, like, obviously you're working, we all work, but like, aren't you at work right now? Sorry, I don't know why the camera's like that. Five's gonna close below here. No, it's not, is it? Yeah, it did close below. Seven pips to fill the wick. Sense for it to reject here and come up. Middle of nowhere. 15, 30. And the next one's gonna have to make a bottom wick, right? Flipping the tape, I got you. I'm flipping the tape. So try to come down here off the rip, made a bottom wick, came up, try to re-break that low, made a bottom wick. That's interesting. And now it's reflipping again. It's only the 5, but there's range. There's range here on the 5. Let's see if we can re-break the high and then re-break the low. We create a steeper top wick. The 5 re-breaks the low. It's going to fill the wick. Be interesting if this top wick could tap here. 2663. That would have been lovely. Dope. If this 5 can flip bearish now, we will look for sells. But there's only 2 minutes left in this 5. Five doesn't flip, obviously we're gonna wait. You want a slingshot, right? You don't want price to hang around here. You want to tap that area, and a slingshot tells you, hey, we had enough volume, enough orders grabbed that it just pushed fast. Which means as soon as we tap this area, we expect the market to start driving down heavy in order to have confidence in it. But if we tapped it and we're hanging around here, we're not pushing back down. There's less than a minute in this 5. Chance it closes bullish. If it closes bullish, there's a chance it comes back up to retest highs to make a decision. Not to drive up or drive down, but to make a decision. So the 5 is going to close bullish here. The 15 is closing bearish. Yeah, I can't take a rebreak of the lows here. But we can wait for the 15 to retest the highs and then flip bearish. Or we can wait for this 15 to actually close above. That would be the hourly closure. And then we're looking for buys once we close back up above there, above 2670. But you would need to see a 60 pip drive up here in the last 15 minutes. Right. If we retest the high here on this hourly, and the next hourly starts coming down, you can say we've retested the highs. You don't need a steep top wick on the next hourly. You're going to need to retest the highs and come back down, close bearish. Grab the top wick. I have no positions here right now, but that 5 looks like it's gonna break. I have no positions because we have a level here. I don't want to sell into all these wicks. It might play out here, but I don't want to sell into all these wicks. Here's range. 15 grabbed orders, rebreak out of lows. Yeah, I'm gonna wait here on the hourly the way that's printing. I really wanted a retest of the highs. It might come down, it should come down, but ooh. Oof, oof, oof. Volume, volume, volume. You know what though? The hourly, next hourly is gonna need to make a bottom wick. We'll see. We'll see. Gold's cooking. Gold's kind of in a range here. It's very indecisive at the moment. The smaller time frames look great at times, but then they close and they don't line up. Hi, gorgeous. What's up? You cold? What do you want? Want to eat? You hungry? I'm kind of hungry too. I got about like 20 minutes on here, and then we'll eat together. We'll go somewhere. Okay? We'll go eat. Here, sit next to me. Don't drag your blankie on the floor. Here. Hold it. Alright. Have a seat. You good? What do you want to do? You want to watch Disney? Here. You want the remote? Huh? Here. Just don't make it loud. Alright? Thanks. Now that the 15 has touched the bottom of the range, would you not be looking for buys on the rebreak at a high? No. No. The sells look lovely. The next hourly needs to create a bottom wick before doing anything. So we're going to take a sell right here. Alright. Just took a sell. I'm going to expect the next hourly to make a bottom wick. Alright. Just took a sell right now. As we broke the lows. The idea is not to re-break the highs. The idea is to retest support here, whether now or on the next hourly bottom wick. Capiche? So it's either going to break the lows, right? So you're going to re-break the lows, or we're going to have the next hourly create a top wick. Take another sell right here. Want to eat right now? Well, give me 5 minutes. We'll go eat. a lot of volume. I can tell when my spread jumps. There's a lot of volume. What happened? That's Disney. What did you do? Leave the cat alone. Will you? Yeah, just let him be. Oh shit. Price has come down here. Price has come down here. Did we retest our original entry? Fuck, I missed it. Did we tap our entry? No, I don't think we did. Alright, I'm gonna close right here for 20 pips. On stacked positions. Boom. So we stacked a bit on that one and we just closed. All right. Awesome. Let's wait for this hourly to close. Damn, I almost missed that. My kid's over here turning on Disney, playing with the neighbor's cat. Damn, we almost missed that closure. Yo, I would have been tight right now if this shit came back the other way. You guys would see a 6-year-old for adoption on eBay. Right now. Comes with Disney Channel. Straight up. Yo, this girl. You gonna be the death of me, you know that? That's 18 pips total. Let me mark that down. All right, we have an hourly closure coming up here in 3 minutes. We're not done. We are not done. I am not done. You guys could be done. I am not done here. Thanks to kids, Wix closed at 20 pips. Otherwise, he would close at 10. Yo, we got Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside. It's fun inside. Do I have a playbook written out? No, I don't have anything written out. This is knowledge guided by experience. There's no paperwork here, right? Even when you graduate, you don't graduate. You don't get a diploma. There's no diplomas here because the learning never stops. And all of this knowledge is guided by experience. Broker return your money? Yes. 38.7. Don't revenge the market? I'm not. I'm just looking for my position that we were talking about on the hourly here, right? If we close massively bearish on the hourly, we need to retest the highs. The market needs to retest the highs. How's it going to do that? Is it going to retest the highs off the rip, or will it create a bottom wick? At which point, this 2-hour candle, I know you guys don't look at the 2-hour, I do. The 2-hour candle will close bullish here. For the last 2 hours we've been pushing, right? Well, for an hour we pushed, and then an hour we came back. So the initial momentum right now in 15 seconds might be bearish. Really depends on the levels. I want to see how we close. Maybe this hourly closes no bottom wick. Oh, it closed with a bottom wick. So if it drives straight down, I would like to look for buys. If it comes up and grabs orders, that gets a little more difficult. I'm still bullish. Like, we're getting higher time frame bullish closures. 2-hour, 4-hour, right? That doesn't mean we can't flip, but I'm missing out if you're looking at 2-hour. Work in a mailroom downtown Manhattan. Thanks all the same. A mailroom. Where in downtown Manhattan? Where? Drop the Addy, bro. We're coming through. Can't take a sell here. Didn't really retest the highs to come back down and for us to drive down. We don't really have a bottom wick here. We do actually on the hourly. On the 30 we really don't. Right, so if we expect the top wick and we expect a retest of the highs, what we don't want to see is this. But even here, look, there's a wick that came up and retested that high. Yeah, we're gonna be here for at least 15 minutes. I want to see if we're able to retest the high or come down here to 26.53 first. If we can do one of these in the next 15 minutes, we might have a position. If we don't do that, then I will call it a session. Right, because how often, like, I don't think I can point at any time. There's very rarely, you probably can, where you see this whole push up, sorry, and then you see this in one candle. It's going to do this. We're done for the day. I'm here for another 15 minutes at the very least. 11:15, and then we'll probably call it. I told you I'm not looking to make the entire 40 or 30 pips that I'm down on the next trade. I'm probably going to look for 10, 20 pips. I'm going to look for my regular positions, just range to range. I think the experience, every time I go through news and every time I'm in a news trade, this is more data for me, right? I'm logging all that away and I'm taking mental notes, right? I'm looking at it and I'm seeing how it played out. And as I've been looking for the last 5-6 years, this just adds on to that, right? Except it sticks in your head more because you were in it, right? You had skin in the game. So those positions really stand out. And I'm going to remember how news dropped, right? With jolts and PMI, and then it was mixed. And I'm going to remember how the news played, right? And when we were at a resistance and how it drove, right? Didn't re-break the highs, rebroke the lows. Well, it rebroke the highs, rebroke the lows, didn't drive anywhere, right? Had a 5 closure, took a while to set up, so. Yeah, but in that dump to the left, I think we were in a downtrend. Yes, as I was saying that, I don't know why I forgot to mention that, but in here, right, as I was saying this, thank you for reminding me. That's what I was getting to. I don't know why I just stopped. This area was we were coming down from this area when we drove down here, but right now we are driving up, so I don't think we see this heavy drop, but I still think we need to find a support or bounce off a support to have some confidence in a trade, right? So I still like to see a bounce to here before we see any of this drive up. So yeah, that's a very good point, that it was in that dump to the left, we were in a downtrend. Absolutely. What went wrong? Nothing went wrong. We played the news and we played the candle closures. Just because you took a loss doesn't mean it was a bad idea, right? We just played the data that started being printed. The news moves much quicker, not too quick, but much quicker than other candles. So you can see price play out on the 1 minute, where typically those price levels would take, a few hourly candles to tap, right? But it's still about tapping certain levels. It's not just how the candles print. So that's why we're on the 1 minute, because it moves really quickly, and it's not about just switching your bias really quickly. It's about adjusting to every candle that's being printed. This is all data. Every single 1 minute candle that closed is all data. And then 5 closed, that's more data. That's why we took sells up there, because that 5 closed, we created a top wick. That's all according to our strategy. It's all according to the way we trade news. Nothing went wrong. I think everything went right, right? We managed that to the T. We got out of buys instead of looking for pineapples here or here. We got out of buys, realizing the 5 closed bearish. Next 5 made a top wick. Highly likely the news flips and takes you down. So realistically, I think we played that really well, because that news trade had the potential of being like -300 to 400 pips, and we walked out of it with 8 positions and -46 pips, right? Like it's basically a break-even news trade. But you don't want to take like a 5-minute pullback here, right? As you have the hourly closure, you want to take the higher time frame pulls and pushes here. Look at the ranges, right? Ranges are massive. You get a higher time frame lining up with all of that, be lovely. Now, if we didn't have a top wick here on this hourly, remember I said if we come straight down, I would be looking for buys right off this area, but we've come up, made a top wick, so we've grabbed orders. There's a chance it can break through here, so I'm gonna look for support to be established. You probably want some candles, some bullish candles on a smaller time frame, probably something like this, right, to establish support before you start coming up. This is a drive up, right? So you came up, rejected, came down here. Now this is where you're headed to right now, and then you came back up. You're gonna need to see a bullish candle. If there was no top wick here on this current candle, we're looking for a buy limit right off this area. It might work now, right? But I don't know what becomes arbitrary is these orders. Like, is this enough to drive us down through this range, or do we need to grab more orders here? I would expect to grab more orders, but because we've come up, we tried to drive up and we didn't, and we flipped and we did grab some orders. It becomes, you know, kind of arbitrary. Was that enough? Was that not enough? When if there's no top wick, we're highly likely we're going to come back up and make it. Yeah, put yourself in a position where good luck can find you, and luck will find you in a more optimal position more often. Because you can take less optimal positions more often, but luck will have a harder time finding you. Who's seen that reel where I talk about luck? It's a really good reel. If you really pay attention to it. It's a really good reel. Music lower, here you go. Yeah. Luck is at the intersection of three things: hard work, talent, and timing. The intersection of those three things, where those three things meet, is where good luck resides. Okay? You need to put in the work. You need to have some talent to really be successful as well. And then at some point, timing will fall in line with everything else that's going on in your life. And there's your good luck. Buying level, so we would probably be taking a buy right now if there was no top wick. No top wick here, it would be right now buy. Okay. Which reminds me.
You may hate me, but it ain't no lie. Baby, bye, bye, bye.
But hey, it might still pull up, might still reflip here off this area. I just don't have that much confidence in it now after that top wick. Being consistent, not quitting. Yeah, it doesn't guarantee good luck will find you. You could just, what if you don't make adjustments along the way? You just tunnel vision, right? Lance was a that's the gay one, isn't it? One of them's gay, I know it. But you wouldn't say anything, like, you wouldn't say that unless that was the gay one. What I want to know is, why the fuck do you know their names, bro? And don't say,
That's because I'm green, isn't it?
don't say that. Why do you know their names? I know three names. I know Justin, Lance, and Nick. That's the three names I know. Got posters. W. Yeah. He knows all the dance moves, all the choreography. Wow, that would have been good. Look at that. We would have been good here. It's 30 pips. Amazing. That would have been great. What a fucking call. So I guess, see, that wasn't chat. Log this away. Take notes. Need the retest of the highs. This top wick wasn't enough. Next time you see that small ass top wick and you bounce off this strong ass level, buy limit activated, right? Massive range, a lot of space to move up. Buy limit activated, expecting a retest of the highs. Okay, log that away for next time this happens. Got 15. Yeah, the only reason I didn't take those buys was this top wick. But this is your advantage point. This flip here, that's your advantage point. That's steep. That's lovely. That it gave you. That gave you like 45 pips. Incredible. Right? Don't just look at it, watch it pass by, and like you have to actively look for the opportunity, right? If you've recognized this now, this is your opportunity to exploit this edge next time you see it, right? Excuse me, but yeah, that was the advantage point. That's what really wanted to play. And congrats to anybody that actually decided to pull the trigger on that. Lovely. Took the 5-minute bullish flip. Nah. Wait, where was the 5 bullish flip? It doesn't have a bottom wick. I guess it made sense. Yeah, that closed with no wick. You really, how much? That's a 2-pip wick. That's not a wick. You didn't take the flip. You just took the 5 opening. Market is like life itself. You have to find the edge and exploit the benefits. Yeah, it's your job to do what's best for you here. It's literally a job. Just like when you go to a casino, it is your job to find any edge you can to win at the casino. There's the 2-hour flip, right? That we just spoke about. See the 2-hour closing bullish. So regardless of if the smaller time frames closing bearish, you're highly likely to come up and make that top wick. Anyway, you're still in the initial. Damn, Gene. Waiting for a retest of the highs. Careful, this 15 closed no top wick. Right? The 15 closed no top wick. It's likely to make a top wick here right now and then flip bearish. That is a possibility. Wait, hold on a second. All right, chat. I think I'm gonna call it a session here. Yeah, let's call it. I got some stuff to take care of. Just got a reminder that I needed to run an errand. Gang, appreciate you guys appreciate you guys for all. Appreciate all of you guys for sticking around here. A lot of value towards the end. Really watching the news play out and then watching this play out, right? Take notes, log this away. If you need to, take screenshots or take a picture with your phone of what's going on, how the market's moving, right? And this way you can pull it up next time you see the market moving in similar fashion. All right. Yeah, a lot of value today, a lot of knowledge. Great stream. Overall, great stream. I will be here tomorrow. 8 a.m. Eastern, same time, same place, gang. See you guys for New York session tomorrow. Mods, thank you guys. As always, you guys are great. Make this streaming thing a lot easier on me. Zoom gang, see you in the clubhouse. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Let's rewind. It's funny that this track is playing. This is our outro track, but let's rewind it. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. Later, everybody. Enjoy your day.